Good morning, people. Right, slight difference to this morning's video. I was up a little late and distracted, and I missed the perfect trade this morning. I made the mistake of turning the TV on to check news, and I was milling through these charts all across this direction, avoiding looking at this really this morning and just checking the H4s, and I saw this trade go without me. And I know it's easy in hindsight, but it was just too good of a setup to not make a video about, really, because what I liked about this is mainly this here and the candlestick arrangement. The H4 wasn't a particularly large candle, but what it was, prior to a consideration for an entry, if it's not a large candle, you could say, and this is another facet to what we do, if it ain't large, then it may well continue. I know that sounds crazy, but here's a large candle at resistance, and we can see it's reversed. Here's a large candle at some sort of support if we looked over on the left hand side, and it reversed. Here's a small candle closed positive with no clear resistance above us. What do you think it might do? Bearing in mind we'd reversed on the previous candle against what is clearly an uptrend. It's just thinking slightly outside the box, guys. Well, this is where the histogram needs to be studied and studied and studied. In a tweet yesterday I put that I've done probably somewhere in the region of 40 to 50,000 hours of chart time in all the years that I've spent studying it. So, it's not been wasted time, and it won't be wasted time where you're concerned. I'm just tightening that up to that low there. Now, as this creeps up to this resistance level, the minute that is broken, we can connect this line with this line. So that in itself is potentially a fairly important point to make here, and could be the whole value of this video, really. This isn't true support in an in a ascending trend line until this level is broken to the pip. Once that breaks that level to the pip, it doesn't have to close above it. That becomes valid, and then consequently when price comes and tests it again, the potential to trade off of it is in my opinion safer than if we were just treating this as an ascending trend line now. This could just drop through this like a knife through butter, unless it breaks that high, and doesn't necessarily have to close above it, not like when we're doing the pure candlestick analysis. Just the break is suffice. But as we go down the time frames, so we've clearly got on this H1, prior to considering entering here, we have clearly got upwards momentum. That was the 5 o'clock close. This is now 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. So that's just looking at the all the things in our favour for this potential trade. Remember, this line isn't here when I entered this, so let's disregard it, but that point still stands. In fact, we'll leave it as a temporary line like that with the highlights on it. So now we're looking at the 30-minute, and what do we know when we get a 30-minute break and close? There's the bust, there's the pullback, there's the break and close, boom, massive. So we could go back actually and look at that part of the H1, because I didn't look closely. There's the break, there's the pullback, there's the break and close, up she goes. There's the we could call this one. Now we've broken the 20 level, remember, as well. There's the bust, break and close, pushes up, even better break and close, and she's bursting up. Oh, how I wish I'd concentrated more on this trade 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago. 15 minute, this was beautiful. There's the bust, there's the pullback, all this is the pullback. Here's the break and close above the high of that. It was telegraphed to me that this was a potential trade long, but I was distracted. Then this high, low, we're looking at these three candles here. High, low, lower high, lower low, low, high, higher low, higher high, and close. That's the reversal to the long side, combined with the bust, break and close, bust here, pull back, all this stuff, sideways motion, call it what you like, break and close. Break and close of the 20. We even got a second break of resistance. That was the first one there. And here we've got a clear resistance, and we've broken and closed of that. How many triggers do we want? Now this is a valid ascending trend line because we've broken that high. This could pull back now and be a potential long trade, so we'll watch that at a later video possibly. And what else can we look at? So 15 minute is a massively powerful time frame. That's the point of this too. I'm very relaxed this morning because I actually got a beautiful trade last night shorting the NZUSD, and you know, I was staring at charts, and if you happen to notice, I said there were a couple of big daily candles about to close that would be potential reversals. I didn't trade them, but there were good points, about 44 out of gold. Again, that was why I was distracted. I was studying those. Must be more focused is the note I should be drawing on the blackboard this morning. So yeah, down to the 15 minute again. Those massive signals there, breaks of those resistance levels. It was just screaming, have a go. It's a lovely time of day to trade. I've talked about this, I mentioned this yesterday. We can tighten up that ascending trend line now. A new little one internally. There, and there. That's broken that high. This has broken this high. That's the pullback there. That's the pullback there. So be aware this could just pull back here and continue. We use all the same methods to enter a potential new long. Again, the disclaimer, this is nothing about how you should trade. It is all about teaching you. So the one that got away, I think it's a worthwhile video. Hopefully you find some value in it. You know, it's not always about talking about the trades that I take. It's about just really the method. We can draw a descending trend line here, because this is a trend high, low, lower high, lower low, connecting that high with that high because this low was broken by that. There is no point we can draw another descending trend line here. I don't know what you call this, a sideways trend line, I suppose, if you really had to just put one in. It's not what I call a valid trend line, but that you can clearly see there's a break of the trend here. It's come back down, tested this ascending trend line, or created this ascending trend line, should I say, and price goes up. So you can validate everything you do with all these different lines on there. The ones you want to draw are the correct ones, like that one and that one. but I suppose you could call this a minor one because it's broken this here, but it's not. This is part of the upward move. That is the whole point with analysing the trend and support and resistance. None of this is what I call major resistance, because we aren't below the red line, as it were, below the 8 EMA. But critically, this can't be called resistance unless it broke this. This is true resistance, major resistance. This is just a minor resistance. This is far more likely to get broken than this. I hope that makes sense. Major resistance is part of a downtrend, a higher time frame downtrend. Minor resistance is stuff that has a higher low before it. If that makes sense. This is the higher high, this is a higher low. This hasn't broken this low, so it's only minor resistance. Okay, price looks like it's going to continue up. See what the lower time frames tell us. There's the trend in place there. Low, high, higher low, higher high, pullback, entry. So that's it, guys. First video of the day. I'm going to go and hunt around for a potential trade. I didn't see much in terms of H4 charts, but as I say, I wasn't concentrating 100%. This would have been a fantastic trade for somewhere in the region of 35 pips, and it's not even 20 past 6 in the morning. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Have a prosperous day.